Hi everyone. So I thought I would do a Samhain story video since Samhain is fast approaching and I wanted to do something to kind of follow up with Mabon. This story I also found on the pagandad.com parenting pagan for pagans website. So again, I thought I would share because this story really it's very short but very cute. And again, anyone, no matter what your age, will, I think, appreciate just the message that it has. So, without further ado, I will read you the story. The little children ran up to the old man in the chair and yelled in unison in great excitement, "Grandfather, grandfather, can you tell us another story?" With a smile and a twinkle in his eye, the old man asked, "What story do you want to hear? I have told you the stories about the first 7 Sabbaths. Why don't I tell you the last one, the one about Samhain?" With eager nods, the children yelled out, "Yes, please." So the grandfather settled himself comfortably into his chair and began to speak. If you will think back and remember, the story from Mabon found the god dead and living away in Summerland, and found the goddess returning pregnant from her spirit quest. After she found the god and got his promise to return at Yule as her unborn child. But the goddess aged from the elements. Remember, winter is coming quick as we approach the end of October, and was found dead in the wilderness, or so the fairies that found her thought. They brought her to the Holly King, Lord of Winter. When he saw her body, he turned in bitterness and fled to his drinking horn in his mighty hall. But the fairies prepared her body and laid in rest. Then they gathered all they could from far and wide, and held a wake in her honor. And they were gathered and mourned her, and most of all the death of their hope for the future. For how could they carry on without a goddess to watch over them? But the crowd fell silent as the oldest and the ugliest lady any had ever seen hobbled into the hall. They all, to the last person, shunned her, for they were disgusted at her hideous looks. But the old lady hobbled up slowly and in great pain to the very foot of the throne of the Holly King. She looked up at him as he turned his head away. After a long moment, the old lady spoke. "Do you not recognize me, my son? I am your mother that you had given up hope on. Near death I was, but I have returned with a promise of new life and light. It will come from my womb at the end of hope, when light is at its shortest, and on that day you shall pay for your arrogance." The Holly King was struck to his heart with fright at these words, and he ordered her to be locked away in the tallest tower, so that he may have hope of avoiding this doom that was laid upon him by his ancient mother. But as we know, since the sun is reborn at every Yule, this did little to help the Holly King avoid the punishment for his arrogance. We also should know that it is on Samhain night, since the goddess came back from death, that the veil is thin and torn in some places, and that we may see other friends and family that have passed on. This is why we carve a pumpkin, so that those familiar spirits can find their way to our homes. And when they are there, we lay out the mute supper for them to gather strength for the journey back to Summerland. What was that, little one? Why do we dress up? Well, we dress up so that those ghosts that are not our family do not take us back with them. Then they can't find out who we are if we are covered up. Now run along, children. Have your parents help you carve the jack-o'-lantern and make your costumes, and let this old man rest from all this storytelling. So, like I said, it's very short, but I feel it captures the essence of Samhain, and it kind of gives a little explanation to why we do things like carve pumpkins and dress up and whatnot. So I will stick the link in the sidebar over here, just so you can have the website again. But I hope everyone enjoyed and is busily preparing for Samhain. Blessed be.